even in her dementia couldn't take everything from her. And even with her dementia and just all the stuff she went through, no matter what, when I walked in her room, she lit up, y'all, like a Christmas tree every time. And she reassured me, even in her dying days, she would just be like, she would use her lips and say, and I would be like, I'd be like, what you say, girl? I would try to make her talk and be like, I can't hear you. I wanted to hear her say it. She would just be like, and she would shake that little finger and she'd be like, and I'll never get that again. I will never get that kind of love ever again. And so while you see me having a lot of, moments where I'm just, out and about and doing my thing, it's just my way of coping. My mother was just such a special lady, and I feel like a part of my body is missing, and I just don't feel 100% functional like I used to. I feel like something's gone. And I don't want to be like this because I have to be a mom to my kids. I have to be T-Ma to Kylan. I have to be everybody's cousin and everybody's friend. And so I don't want to be like this because I don't want to be like this, but I just miss my mother. And I know that it's not just me missing my mother. It's that, I don't know if I told y'all this or not, but wait a minute, I gotta get a napkin. All right. I don't know if I told y'all, but the day that we had my mom's funeral was on June the 15th. That same day, I had to do my hearing in front of a judge that morning for my divorce. So what I don't say a lot is that I'm dealing with a lot of death. It's not just my mom. I had to go through that whole divorce hearing the morning that I not buried my mother, but had her services. We didn't bury my mom until July 15th. So I had to go through it all over again a month later. So it's just been a lot. And so losing my mom and then the funeral being on the same day as my divorce hearing, it's hard. And with divorce, I don't just lose the husband I had. I lose his mom in a sense. His mom had become a godsend to me. But I lose his mom too. And it's just a lot of loss all at one time. Like, what are the chances that your divorce hearing is on the same day that you have a funeral for your mother? What are the chances? Who does that happen to except me? I took it on the chin, though. I sure did. I took it on the chin. I just have these moments, though. I just really miss my mother because there's nobody else that's ever going to love me like that. And that meant something to me. Like I said, I know my kids love me. My family members love me. My friends love me. My tribe, they call themselves the Bomb Squad now. They done named themselves the Bomb Squad. They love me. And I know, at some point I'll have another husband and, I'll move on it. But nobody is going to replace the love that I felt from my mother. Because in her eyes, I could do no wrong. My mother always made me feel like I was the best thing since sliced bread. Always, no matter what. And I was not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But my mother never judged me. She never was against me. She never, even when I made mistakes, big life mistakes, she would still just be like, okay, baby, well, the earth not on fire, so shit. What we gonna do next? And I don't have that person anymore. My sister and I are going to bring y'all something special. My mom's birthday is August the 30th. She would have been 87 on August the 30th. So we're going to start a series, Carrie's Daughters, Convos with Carrie's Daughters. And we're going to talk about our journey of caring for my mom when she got sick. We're going to talk about the moment when she did get sick, and we're going to talk about the pros and cons of the hospice program. We're going to have different, and it's going to be, we're only going to let a limited amount of people participate. So be looking for that. You're going to have to register. And once we max out at 50 people per session, that's going to be it. But I just want y'all to know that's coming. I got to change the subject. I can't spend the rest of my day like this. This is what happened to me yesterday. I just lost my whole train of thought. Be careful. One of the lessons, though, that my mother taught me is be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. I know everybody has heard it before, but she used to always say that, be careful what you ask for. She was the one who taught us about protecting the words that come out of your mouth. That's why she might have thought a lot of things, but she wouldn't say things. Because she would always say, be careful what you ask for. And I asked God, after my mom left me, I said, God, even if it hurts, I want you to start removing people from my life that don't belong. This next journey of mine, going through a divorce and a funeral on the same day, caused me to ask God, okay, Lord, I hear you loud and clearly. I'm going to go ahead and go through with this. But I also want you to start removing others from my life that you didn't intend to be there. And so this last week, I've been noticing certain things about people that I thought loved me. But I asked God to show me stuff. So he said, all right, I will. And so I'm going to just be thankful for everything. I'm thankful for the 86 years that my mom was on this earth. I'm thankful for the time that I had with Stan. I learned a lot. I grew closer to God through that marriage. I have a lot to be thankful for. I learned so much from staying long. He taught me a lot about men. He did. He taught me a lot about faith. He did. And I think this reality show that's been released, we recorded this reality show 3 years ago with this marriage retreat boot camp. I had no idea when they were going to release it. I thought they weren't going to release it. And then now here it is. It popped up last week. And last night was episode number 2. And I think that's kind of opening wounds for me too. It's just like, damn, I really wanted that marriage to survive. I really did. I remember so much stuff like crying and begging and all that kind of stuff. And we still ended in divorce. But I thank God for it all. I do. I learned some great lessons from staying long, and he is a great guy. He's a great man. In so many ways. But yeah, I got a lot on me, and so I just be like, so that's why I be feeling the way I be feeling. I'm like, girl, you had to go through that, then you had to go through that, and then those 2 things happened on the same day. What? And then you had to bury your mother. You funeralize her in June, then you have to go and bury her in July. Now her birthday is coming up in August. It's just, then losing a few other people that I thought was in my corner. Just stuff like that. It's just been a lot. But be careful what you ask for. I asked God, I said, I need you to show me and just rip the Band-Aid off. So be careful what y'all ask for. But I asked for the right thing. I asked him to show me who's with me and who's not. And if they not with me for who I am, because I'm a great woman, and if you're not with me for who I am, remove them. Move them out the way. And let me cry. Let me get over it. But get them out of here. That was my prayer. Oh, we family for real. I'm blowing my nose and snotting and with y'all. We family for real, okay? Because it was a good chance that it was going to be a whole bunch of snot on the camera, but it's not. And so my heart is broken in a lot of different pieces for a lot of different reasons. Like, things happen for a reason, though. I don't question God. And when I got word that my divorce hearing was the same morning as my mom's funeral, I took that as a sign that God knows who I am. And he's like, I'm going to just go ahead and let you deal with 2 deaths on the same day, girl. Because you gonna be all right. Because what are the chances? Like, for real? Let me just say this before I end this, because I'm about to get off of here, get myself together. If you still have your mama alive, please treasure her, honor her, talk to her as often as you can. Take pictures, take videos. If y'all are not a picture video family, become one. Take pictures, take videos, write stuff, sing songs together, hold your mother's hand. If you're not close with your mom, fix it before it's too late. I'm so grateful that I was super close. I don't know that a mother and daughter could have been closer. I'm super close with my mom. So if you're not close with your mother, fix it. God says we gotta honor our parents, y'all. He didn't say honor them only if they good parents. Some of us didn't have good parents. I know I've been blessed to have great parents. Some of y'all haven't had great parents, and I'm sorry. But God still said, honor your parents. So if they're still alive, you got to honor them. Because when that casket goes in the ground, it hit different. And the days that come after that, they hit hard. Treasure your mother if you still have her. Please do that for me. And we cousins, do that for me. Honor her. Call her, even when she get on your nerves. Even when you don't want to hear the same story over and over again because she old. Even though old people be honoring and mean and they don't have patience. I don't care. I don't care. Honor your mama while you still can. And for anyone who has lost their mother, I'm so sorry. It is not a good feeling. I'm so sorry. All right, y'all. Let me get myself together and enjoy this Sabbath. Today is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. We shall. We will. Love y'all.